Hi everyone. So this is actually just a review for linear equations. I just wanted to go over this just to kind of help you guys out with the assignment. So I just want to quickly go over, we all know what slope-intercept form is. We have our y equals mx plus b, and then the m stands for the slope of the equation in our line, and the b actually stands for the y-intercept. This is where it crosses the y-axis of our graph. Okay, so m always stands for slope, b always stands for y-intercept. Given the following information, you're going to write linear equation in slope-intercept form. So this is what you guys will be doing for your review worksheet. I see that I have my slope. Again, the slope represents the m in the equation, so I'm going to write y equals, and then since I have a positive 2, it's going to go here. I always have to have an x and a y in my equation in order to be in slope-intercept form. And then y-intercept, remember the y-intercept is actually the b value, so it's a -1, so I have a -1. Next, you guys have not learned standard form yet, so I wanted to kind of show you guys this. So standard form is ax plus by equals c. So we have actually messed with the equations in this. You guys just solved for them, and that's what we're going to review today. So given an equation in standard form, you must convert them to slope-intercept form in order to graph them. Okay, so that's why we're going to practice today. So step 1, you're going to add or subtract the x term to both sides. Step 2, you're going to divide both sides by the value of y, by the value y is actually being multiplied by, if there is one. And then step 3, you're going to simplify the fraction or fractions if needed. So I'm just going to show you guys two examples so you guys can do the worksheet. So our first example, our first step was to add or subtract the x term to both sides. So we're going to go ahead and, since it's a positive 2x, I'm going to subtract it because remember we have to do the reciprocal to get rid of it. So now I subtracted 2x from both sides. I'm left with a y equals a -2x plus 3. My next step was to divide by both sides by whatever value was being multiplied by y. I actually don't have a number right here in front of that y, so I don't have to do this step. My last step was to actually simplify fractions. Well, that's great. I don't have fractions, so this is actually my final equation in slope-intercept form. You guys can see it's in y equals mx plus b form. Okay, so again, I have a positive 6x there, so I'm going to, since I have a positive, I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides of my equal sign. If you guys like drawing that line so you know what side is, you're actually subtracting from, that'd be great. So now, equal sign, I'm left with that -4y. A lot of you guys forget that -4 in front of there. And then I cannot combine these because this 12 does not have an x, so I have to write them out separately. Now, I actually do get to do step 2. I get to divide it by that -4 because that's what's being multiplied by the y. So I have a -4. Those divide out to 1, so I have y equals, I have a negative divided by a negative, which is going to get me a positive, and I have 6/4. I know that 2 goes into 6 3 times, and I know that 2 goes into 4 2 times. That negative divided by negative keeps me having a positive 3/2 as my slope. Then I know that 12 is a larger number, so I'm going to have a whole number on the top. Positive divided by negative is a negative. 4 goes into 12 3 times. So in this case, I was actually able to simplify my fraction. This case right here, I was not able to simplify my fraction, but that's okay. Leave it in fraction form. We're still able to figure out a slope from that. All right, go ahead and complete the worksheet next.